Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to do a review on the Power King stump grinder, and some of you are probably thinking, oh gosh, another Power King stump grinder review. A couple of reasons I decided to do one. I've owned this machine 6 years, and I've had, after I first got it, something break on it. I'll tell you guys about that and the type of service I received. But also, a lot of the reviews I see say that you cannot sharpen the bits. Good thing I didn't hear that 6 years ago, or I wouldn't have been sharpening mine for all these years. I've done it 3 times on the same bits. I'll show you the process that I used. You don't even have to take the bits off the machine. We're talking a few minutes. And so I just wanted to tell you guys that, yeah, you can do them on the machine and no big deal. Something else I wanted to mention. These Power Kings, I bought it 6 years ago, paid $12.99 before tax. I see now, I checked before I did this video, there seems like the cheapest one I found was like $1,500, up to $3 grand. Why is that? I'm just going to read a few of the names associated with this machine, all made in China. Basically the same machine as this. I just did a quick check. Here's some of the names. Techland, Detail K2, All Power, Brave Pro, Jansen, TMG Industrial, Samson Machinery, and Piper's Pit. That's just a few. That's just a few minutes that I checked the internet to see how many names this machine was under. And like I said, this one's the Power King. It's actually been a great machine, especially for the money. One of the issues I've had with it all along, and I finally got tired of fighting it and trying to make it right, was this thing, this guard bounces around all over the place. I tried to put little rubber deals on it. I changed the way the bolts went in. I changed the collars inside. I just finally gave up. It's gonna rattle. I wear earplugs all the time anyway. But the main thing is with this, after the first few stumps, all of a sudden the brake wouldn't work. And you guys that have these know that, and a lot of you guys see this videos don't have one, but this is the brake, and the brake is for the left wheel. And what you do is when you get to the stump, you set the brake, and then you can pivot the machine back and forth on this wheel. And that wags the front back and forth across the stump. Well, all of a sudden this quit working. First thought was, well, okay, the cable broke already. Well, no, it didn't break. What happened was, see if I can get in here close. This tab here that's welded on the axle, this is my tab, but it was very small. It goes right here. There's a place built in the brake hub for this tab to go, and that's what keeps the brake hub assembly from rotating around the axle. This was very small and barely contacting this, and what happened was the hub, as a result of that, the hub broke and allowed the whole assembly to rotate then, and with a broke hub it's not going to work anyway. So I called them, told them what was going on. I said I'd be happy to send a picture. He says, yeah, because he says he said if that's like you say, that's a design flaw, and we need to correct that as soon as we can. I said, okay, no problem. So I sent him a picture. He called me back, geez, within an hour. He says, wow. He said, I've already told my guys to package you a whole new brake assembly. And I said, well, and I've already figured out that I'm going to weld a bigger tab on that so there's not as much play, one that fits the groove better. And so that's what I did. He sent that part. It traveled about 1,400 miles to me. I got it in 3 days. Excellent service. Now that's the only time I had to use them. He wanted me to call him and tell him how it went, how everything went. So I did when I got the part and got it all set up. I sent him pictures of what you just saw. And that's the last I've heard of him, of course. But he was really concerned about wanting to know what went on. I think it's QVC. I think that's the parent company of Power King. Of course, that could have changed hands, but that's what it was back then, I think. QVTools. So I want to tell you guys about that. I don't know that anybody else has had that issue. I don't know that they've corrected it or not, but that's the only issue I have had with this machine. And, lots of stumps. So it's been a good one, especially the Kohler engine. I mean, that thing's just been flawless. I almost forgot to mention, if you guys want to see a video of this machine grinding a stump, I have that on my channel. I don't remember how long it is. It's a few minutes. Got some close-ups, zoomed in on it so you can really see it cutting. Check it out if you want. Look at my channel. I've got 3 playlists. This would be under the tractors and equipment playlist. And then I've got the motorcycle playlist and the animal playlist. So yeah, check it out if you want to see it actually working. So when I was getting ready to do this video, I was checking these teeth. And the way I check them, I just feel them with my finger on the edge that I know that contacts the stump. You can tell just by checking them. That's sharp, that one's sharp. That one's decent. But I did find one that was a little duller than the rest, so that's the one we're going to use for the video. One of the things I need to mention is when I first bought this machine, I was probably 5 to 10 stumps in. I noticed that it just didn't seem like it was cutting. Like the first one, I thought, man, are those dull already? Well, when I got to inspecting it, 2 of these teeth had huge chips out of them. One of them was half gone, broke off back here. One with the front was all chipped. The other one was completely missing. If you hit a rock, you're done. So I learned real quick at about $20 each. I learned real quick to make sure to check around the stumps really good for rocks. It only takes a couple of minutes to check. And now here I am, probably 120 to, let's say, 150 stumps. And since that first time breaking them, I haven't broken a single one since. And I do a lot of roots, so not just stumps, but if roots are growing out of the ground and I don't like running my mower over them, I'll use this to take the roots out, but I always check for rocks first. To grind these teeth, I'll be using my 25-year-old or so Black & Decker Quantum. It's a 4-inch, only has a 4-inch instead of a 4.5. But I don't have variable speed control, so I've got it plugged into my variable speed controller. The only thing is, it doesn't really go as low as I'd like it to, but it's a lot better than having to run at full speed. I think what would be perfect would be my little 3-inch angle head die grinder, air die grinder, but I can't find a masonry stone for it. So I use this, and it's fine. It's just a little too big. So as far as grinding wheels or grinding stones go, some of the videos I watched, guys said to grind carbide. These might even be tungsten carbide, I don't know. But anyway, I know they're carbide, at least. And some of them said you absolutely have to use a diamond wheel for that. Those diamond wheels for my grinder are anywhere from $50 to $80. Yeah, I'd love to have a diamond grinding wheel, but this is what I use. It's masonry. This is a 4-inch. I know a lot of you guys, a lot of the newer mini grinders are 4.5. But I got this at Menards for $2.60. It's silicon carbide, which is what they use for masonry grinding. That's what I use. It works great. Only takes a couple, 3 minutes to do each bit. Just have to make sure you wear a face mask over your nose and mouth. I've heard that silicon carbide really is nasty off a grinding stone when it gets in your lungs. So yeah, $2.60. As far as I'm concerned, I don't need a diamond grinding stone. To hold the wheel still while I'm grinding on the bits, I just use this little hand clamp. It just keeps it from moving around on me. That's all it takes. And now I'll grind around the edge. You don't have to do over here because this never hits anything anyway, just in the front. Wow, huge difference. So guys, here's what the bit looks like after I sharpened it. As you can see, I just kind of hit around the edge on the bottom, and then from about here to over here on the top. And I mean, you can probably see that edge in this video. It's sharp again. Took what, 3 or 4 minutes? That's all. And as you can see, I've got quite a bit of material left here to go on. So I mean, there'll be, I don't know how many times I'll be able to sharpen them. A lot, because you're not really taking much material off. If you guys liked this video or at least thought it was helpful, please hit that like button. Comment. I like reading through the comments. I'll try to answer every one of them if you have any questions, and subscribe to my channel. I have lots of equipment videos now, attachments, gonna post some tractor stuff, lots of motorcycle videos, Harley Davidson, Kawasaki, Yamaha, things like that, and probably more than anything else, some unique animal videos that are getting a lot of looks. So I appreciate you guys watching. Until next time, thank you.